Well, good morning. Welcome. So we'll start today laying down. So go ahead and come down onto your back. And as you make your way onto your back, just start with your knees bent, your feet resting on the floor. And just take a moment to notice the way that your body makes contact with the floor. So perhaps noticing the head, the rib cage, the hips making contact with the floor, but sensing that subtle lift of your low back and your neck. And just begin to check in with your body and notice if there are any particular sensations or thoughts or emotions that are present for you today. Adding to that a little bit of a slower and deeper quality to your breath. As you begin to also feel the energizing quality of the inhalation, that sense of expanding outwards from your center. And then the calming and grounding sense of your exhalation as you relax into the spot that you're in. All right, so we'll bring our knees in toward our chests. Just rock a little bit from side to side. Let the feet separate so that you can start to rotate through the ankles a few times in one direction, a few times the opposite way. All right, then let the legs come back together. Roll over onto your left side. And as you come to rest on your left side, maybe your head is resting down on the floor or your left arm or a soft prop if you have one close by. And then we'll just take the right hand to the right shoulder and start to rotate. We'll take a few circles in one direction. And a few circles the opposite way. All right, and then if you are laying on your left arm, go ahead and untuck it so that your arms can now reach kind of perpendicular to your body or the rest of your body. Fingers sort of reaching in the direction that you're looking. So that now as you inhale, your top hand, your right hand, is going to reach beyond your lower hand. Just reach as far as you can. And then as you exhale, slide that right hand up the inside of your left arm, across your chest, and over to the right. And then we'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and over. Reach beyond the left hand. Reach as far as you can. Exhale, slide the right hand back, across the left arm, across the chest, over to the right. And then at least one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And then becoming fairly relaxed and calm into this rotation. Perhaps you make small adjustments or shifts in your shape to make yourself more comfortable. You might take that left hand to rest on your top knee. If you have a block or another similar prop and you want some support between the knees, feel free to do that. Might also feel comfortable to let your bottom leg straighten out a little bit so that your right knee comes a little closer to the floor or a prop. But just let yourself land into this twist in relative stillness, continuing to sense and notice where is sensation in the body. What am I aware of this morning? All right, take one more round of breath. All right, and then ease your legs back to center. Nice and slow, rolling back onto your back. Again, pause a moment. Feet on the floor, knees dropping in toward each other. All right, and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Guide the legs into the chest. Reach through for that left leg. Rock a little bit from side to side. All right, take your hands behind your left knee so your left leg can straighten up. And then start to reach your left heel up actively. So you're feeling those left toes pull down toward the knee as you feel your left shin engaging. So lengthening from that left heel all the way down to the left sit bone. And then point the toes up. Give a little stretch to the top of your foot, the front of your ankle. Again, heel up, toes down. And one more time, reach the toes. All right, so as that left foot and ankle relax, now straighten your right leg up to join it. So you've got your right ankle on top of your left ankle. Interlace the fingers. Take the hands behind the head and elbows resting on the floor. Now as you inhale, start to slowly lower the legs toward the floor. Now you can stop at whatever point it becomes plenty of challenge. But then as you exhale, pull the legs back up to where you started. And try to lift as slowly as you lower. Twice more. Inhale as you lower. And exhale as you lift. And then one more time. Breathing in. And breathing out. All right, let the knees bend and feet release to the floor. Gently sway the knees side to side. And it's helpful too to have the feet really wide apart so that each leg can roll in and out as far as it's capable of without necessarily bumping into the other leg. So nice wide stance between the feet. And then release your hands from behind your head. Go ahead and roll over onto your right side. Again, maybe you're resting your head on your right arm or the floor or a soft prop. And then we'll just take that left hand to the left shoulder and start to rotate. A couple of circles in one direction. And a couple circles the opposite way. All right, and then if you are laying on your arm, go ahead and untuck it so that you can stack your arms in a way that they are perpendicular to your torso, left hand on top. And as you inhale, just reach that left hand beyond your right hand as far as you can reach. And then as you exhale, slide the left hand back, up the inner right arm, across the chest, and over to the left. And then twice more like that. Inhale, sweeping up and over, reach beyond your lower hand. Exhale, sliding up the right arm, across the chest, over to the left. And then one more like that. Inhale, up and over. And exhale into the twist. And then if there's any little shift to your position that you need to make to be even a little bit more comfortable, let yourself do that. And so maybe your knees are stacked. Maybe you have a block that you can put in between them if that's helpful. Maybe you straighten out your bottom leg so the top knee comes a little closer to the floor if that feels good in your body. All right, one more round of breath. All right, and then begin to ease your legs back to center. Once you get there, pause. And then this time we'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Guide the legs into the chest, reach through for that right leg, rock a little bit from side to side. All right, take the hands behind the right knee so right leg straightens up. Start to activate the front of your right leg by pulling your toes down as you lengthen the back of your right leg. Sensing from the heel to the knee to the sit bone on the right. And then point the toes up. Stretch the top of the foot, the front of the ankle. Again, heel up, toes down. And once more, point the toes. All right, so as that right foot and ankle relax, straighten your left leg up to join it. So left ankle is on top. Interlace the fingers, hands behind the head and elbows on the floor. 3 more of these as we inhale, slowly lower. Remember, you can stop at whatever point is plenty of challenge. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the legs back up to where you started. And then 2 more times. And 1 more. All right, release the feet to the floor, step them wide, and 1 more time, sway the knees from side to side. All right, release your hands from behind your head. Turn to one side and press yourself up and onto hands and knees. So as you come to hands and knees, we'll step the left foot out to the side. So it's just directly out from your hip. And we'll do cat and cow in this position. So with that left leg out to the side, right knee is basically underneath the hip. And then as you inhale, drop the belly, lifting your head and your tail. As you exhale, tuck the tail, round the back, chin toward the chest. And we'll do this a few times. Breathing in. Breathing out. And once more. All right, walk the hands in toward the right knee, lift your torso up. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Notice which thumb is on top. We have a habitual way that we cross, so we'll do the opposite on the other side, but just notice which thumb's on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up across your chest, turn your head side to side. All right, and then lift the chin up. Drop it down. Again, lifting up. Dropping down. And once more lift. And drop. All right, bringing your head up to center, scoot your knuckles over towards the left side of your waist. So same side as the leg that's reaching out to the side. And you might feel that you've now anchored your right shoulder down, so go ahead and drop your head over to the left as well. So just start to sense into the right side of the neck. Take the head a little bit forward. And back. Again, a little forward. And back. All right, as you guide your head up to center, release the hands all the way to the floor. Bring that left leg back in. Tuck your toes, lift your knees and pause. So just let your knees kind of hover above the floor for about an inch or so. And then check in with your low back. So you don't want your low back pushing up. You want to let the low back drop down so you find that same neutral spine that we find in downward facing dog. All right, one more breath in here. And then exhale to downward dog. Lift and lower the heels. Feel into your down dog in ways that feel good for you. So maybe you drop a heel, letting the opposite knee bend. Maybe you shake out your head, yes and no. Relax the face and jaw. All right, now as you release down to your knees, this time we'll step the right foot out to the side, so just directly out from the hip. We'll do a few cycles of cat and cow from this position. So again, with that right leg out to the side, inhale, drop the belly, lift the head and tail. Exhale, tuck the tail, round the back, chin toward the chest. And 2 more breaths like that. All right, walk your hands in toward your left knee, lifting up. Again, hands go behind the back. Take your opposite thumb on top. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Again, turn the head side to side. And once again, lift the chin. And drop it. Again, lifting up. And dropping. And then once more lifting. And dropping. All right, so as you bring your head up to center, scoot your knuckles over towards the right side of your waist so that you can kind of anchor your left shoulder down, and now the head drops to the right as well. So sensing into that left side of the neck. Take the head a little bit forward and a little bit back. Again, a little forward and back. All right, bring the head up to center. Release the hands down to the floor. Come back to hands and knees. One more time, we'll tuck our toes under, lift the knees about an inch and pause. Check in with your low back. Lengthening from the top of the head all the way to the tailbone. Take another breath in. And exhale to downward dog. All right, with your next in-breath, rock forward into plank pose. You can drop to your knees here if you wish, but lengthen from head to knees or head to feet. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly release all the way to the floor. Untuck your toes. Walk the arms forward. Let the elbows land underneath the shoulders. Gently press down into your forearms, lifting your heart. Reach back through your toes. All right, and then lower the heart down to the floor. Press back up onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift up into downward dog, and then from here we'll just walk our hands and feet toward each other. Keep walking the hands up the fronts of the legs as you rise to stand. So just like we did yesterday, we'll do breath of joy. So 3 inhales through the nose, 1 exhale through the mouth. Arms go forward, out, up. And then as you're exhaling, you're bending your knees and sweeping your arms back. Again, we'll do around 15, 20 breaths. So take a stance between your feet where you feel grounded and steady. Have some buoyancy in your knees, and let's begin. Last breath. And then just pause a moment with your forearms resting on your thighs. Pausing to allow the energy to settle, sort of like a shaken snow globe or paperweight. Just allow yourself to come back into feeling your feet. All right, and then slowly come to stand. We'll step near the back of the mat. Feet about hip distance apart. As we inhale, we'll find chair pose, moving the hips back, shifting weight into the heels. As we exhale, just move the arms, sweep them down and back, just as far as they're able to go back in space. Twice more, inhale, just float the arms forward and up. Exhale the arms down and back. And final one, inhale, reach up. This time as you exhale, fold over your thighs, walk out to downward dog. All right, release down to your knees. And then have a seat back at your feet. As we briefly come into child's pose, you can take your knees together or apart as you wish. Maybe you rest your head on the floor, your stacked hands, or a cushion. Take 3 big breaths. All right, so after your 3rd breath, go ahead and come back into your seated position. Take just a little bit of time here for a breathing practice or two. All right, so as you come back into your seated position, perhaps you're elevating your seat if that helps you to feel like your spine is a little bit more effortlessly upright. So I always like to sit on a cushion. You may also. Just take a moment before we start this additional breathing practice to, again, check back in with the body. What sensation is present? Has your energy level shifted even just a little bit with the movements we've done so far? All right, so we'll do just about a minute or so, probably 90 seconds or so, of Kapalabhati. So skull shining breath. You're exhaling out your nose just like you're blowing your nose. And you'll notice that you contract your abdominals as you're blowing out your nose. So that's the exhale part of the breath. And then you'll just relax the belly, let the breath come back in naturally. So if this is something you do all the time, maybe you know that going a little faster feels okay in your body. If you start to go at a speed that feels so fast that you're not getting enough breath in, then just slow it down or pause, take a few natural breaths and start again. All right, again, we'll do just about 90 seconds of this, so make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Take some attention to your belly, and let's begin. And then as you release control of the breath, just allow the breath to come back into its natural, easy pace and volume. All right, now we'll practice containing the breath. So in a moment, we'll take a full breath in, hold the breath in, drop our chins down toward the chest, gently feel the engagement of the root lock, the perineum engaging. So chest or chin will come to chest, root lock engages, so you're holding the breath in the container of your body. We'll do this for around 20 seconds, and then we'll lift our chins, exhale through the mouth, and we'll do that just about 3 times. All right, take a big breath in. Hold the breath, drop the chin, relax your shoulders. And then lift your head, release. We'll do that again. Take a big breath in. Chin to chest, relax the shoulders. And lift and release. And last one, deep breath in. Chin to chest. And lift and release. Again, feeling the breath come back to its natural, easy pace and volume. All right, we'll join our palms in front of the heart. And as we bow to the light within ourselves, we also bow to the light within each other. Namaste.